Sorry I'm late. Ed wanted me to find him a cable to record sound to the DVD machine. And so we got that done. And here we are. I don't know what we're going to talk about. But first thing I want to do is give thank yous to the people that have showed back up after a long time. Irish Marie, Jojo. I'm hoping to get a few others to come back on the show. Maybe Scottish Stacy. Maybe Rhonda Church. I don't know. That last one might be a bit hard. I don't know if Rhonda Church is going to be able to make it. But we'll see what happens with that. It certainly would be interesting to see some of the old people that came here long ago. Maybe get some the very earliest subscribers to my channel to come back and visit. I don't know why. Let's see, who else? Toy Talkers, maybe? The fact of the matter is that, remember, in March of 2011, I'm going to say it's March, it might have been May, we started our very first ever YouTube video. Before that time, this channel was just a watcher's channel, just so I could comment on videos. I decided, after talking to Lonnie about it in the early years, is let's go ahead and start doing videos on YouTube. Because, why not? We've already had the channel. Live streaming at that time in 2011 was still pretty much in its infancy. There wasn't a lot of people live streaming. The technology at the time was still pretty esoteric and a little bit out of my realm of knowledge at the time. So when we started later on. So that's how we got started here with that. And of course, since that time, of course, we've grown a lot. I remember when I first started, like everybody else, I had like less than 20 subscribers. And due to the craziness, I only stayed like 20 subscribers for about almost a year. And then finally, we started to grow. As a few people found some of the early videos to be fascinating and worthwhile watching, and that was a great thing. And we did achieve that much. So in the first few years, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, we started to do live streams. We started with a series called Coffee with Lumi and Michelle, and a couple times then it called Coffee with Michelle and Lumi, which makes sense in one sense because of grammatical reasons. But oh well, yeah, it worked. Right, Rusty? Of course, Rusty came into the show a few years around 2012 when he was a kitten. And you didn't really know Fluffy very much because Fluffy mostly stayed off camera. Y'all knew Fame. Fame was the cat that would be on camera with Fluffy or with Rusty. But the female cat pretty much stayed to herself. This cat's got plenty of his cat hair and everything. And so Rusty's been a major part of the show from the very beginning. Yep, Again, I got more over I gotta be able to read the comments here. So that is the story of how it came to be. How we started out on the network. Fame was a good cat. Yeah, Fame was liked. He was the white and brown cat with the long fur. It used to get into everything. His fur wasn't extremely thick, but it was long, which was very common for Turkish fan, which was the long length was necessary in the lighter coat to deal with the fact that those cats swim in the water, and they needed fur to be able to dry fairly quickly. So we had all kinds of craziness during our live stream years, and that unfortunately it still continues, the craziness to this day. Like tonight, Ed was looking for an audio cable. That's why I was late. I gotta get some new cables, and I can order some cables coming up in a couple of weeks. I plan to get some new ones. I remember in 2015, I think it was 2015, that, or is it a little earlier than that, that YouTube started offering monetization. And I was one of the early signups for it. And I was approved. And basically, what it did was, they didn't have the restrictions they do today. It was pretty much was, I think originally had to have, I think I had like 250 subs, and they weren't too crazy about the watch hours. And so we put a lot of work, content out there, a lot of video. Yeah, I know we can. But unfortunately, when it comes to this stuff, though, we share the electronics and technical stuff. He has no idea what he's doing. How you doing? I can't recall, sir. All right, so let's start by getting the panel open first. And I wonder who's going to be on today. Yeah. Copy. Anyway, I'm on McHenry Cruiser. How about you come on panel? I hardly ever talk to you. Why don't you come on tonight? You're not jogging, so you should be able to come on tonight. No. Stick this, make this a sticky. All right. So I went to the New Cumberland Farms today. I picked up some snacks. And I walked quite a bit of distance back and forth and stuff like that. Yeah, but he's been on the show before, though. He's been on the show before. So,
Michelle.
What?
Where does the end of this white jack plug into the laptop? Is it a headphone jack?
Hold on a minute. You mean to tell me you got the cable backwards?
I don't know. I asked you to do this before you started the show. I'm trying to do it myself.
Hold on.
Don't know where that goes.
That goes to your laptop.
Okay, then where's it going? The headphone jack?
Yes.
That's what I had to ask.
Is it going to be warm enough? That's the question.
Right here. See, it's right by the little table there.
Yeah, but it's a plug it over the way. see the plays.
Right. It's the only question I have. Won't bother you the rest of the night while you're on there. Start learning to do this shit myself. If I don't start doing it myself, I'll never know how to do it.
What?
And if I don't start trying to do this stuff myself, I'll never learn how to do it. At least next time I'll know how to hook it up.
You know what you need to do? You need to take an audio video course. I swear to God, you need to start learning to experiment with things and try to see what works. You gotta start being a little more experimental. Ugh. Alright. Chris, I have a word with your... I don't think it's gonna do him much good since I can't hear him anyway. No. Unless we get it on the panel. Maybe we might get it on the panel. I swear to Ed. I swear Ed needs to get some knowledge of audio video gear. I don't know why he can't. Now, he is eligible for courses at the community college. I think that there is somebody who could teach him this stuff. There are YouTube videos that will show you how to do this stuff. All right, so yeah, I know everybody wants to phone on. So today, my body has been dumping garbage out of my system, detoxifying, cleansing itself out, and so it's doing better now. The numbers now. Last time I had a phone number on the screen, nobody called. Duh. I mean, no. My body, 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 digestive system has been purging garbage, dumping garbage out of that it can't handle a process anymore. Things leftover food, things that just doesn't want to break down, it just throw them all away. Yeah. Just get a little bit of the soft runs. Nothing bad. Does that about every 28 days. Just. Oh, God. Yeah. So, Tiger Kitty, when do you think JoJo's gonna be on again? I know it's too late now for her. She's probably in bed right now. Probably asleep. You can if you want. I mean, I don't know if she's up now. I don't know if she's up now. Let's see if we got any messages. And I forgot to plug my other microphone. Okay, let me plug that in. Miss T, you're a smart cat, you know that? He knows I'm starting to get a little stressed. He can feel it. Yeah. It's just because I was trying to get ready and Ed kept, asking me to do something. He should ask me this earlier and he didn't bother. First moon trips, human space flight. Florida man eats all the grapes in a Walmart. Did he turn purple? Dude. Okay, what is this crap? Oh, what is this crap? Oh, it's just a picture. A spokesperson denied the Church Post. Dumb Matrix claimed DoorDash banned over sex work. That's ridiculous. Let's see what else we have here. That's about it. Just looking at real quick at the Twitter. Bet he had a really bad A1C spike, considering the fact that grapes are high in fructose. Probably got a good sized tab bill too for paying for all those grapes he was eating. It's the night show. It's the fright show. It's the no good night show. I don't want to hear tonight. That's boring. Burb. I'll be right back. Yeah. Let's see. How many people are watching this? Night shows don't always do well. They used to do well. To a point. And then they, for a while, got ridiculous to the point that nobody wanted to be on it anymore. Including me. So, we changed them to the game streams. Because we figured, hey, they get more viewers. And the viewers get to be entertained by the different things that we're doing in the game. Which makes sense when you think about it. someone's coming on the panel. Let's get her on. Tiger Kitty. Good evening. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Michelle, I was watching some of your older shows.
Uh-huh.
I was watching some of your older shows.
Yeah.
And you used to not have many people on the panel. You used to do the whole show yourself.
Right. I know that. The panels still do help because it's like sometimes they help to keep us paced.
Yeah, but it seems nowadays that you kind of rely on people on panel more, whereas before you used to do it all on your own.
Yeah, we used to rely on the phone a lot too, but then the panels took over the phone.
Right.
And show had changed a lot over the years in some ways.
Oh, yeah. When I look back, these people that I'm looking at are not on the show anymore. It's like an ever-revolving door, your show.
Yeah, I noticed that.
You probably, Paul and Skynet are probably your... Oh, and FC. Probably your
Paul and
longest
Skynet
viewers.
have been here the longest.
And FC.
SC came a little bit later on, but yeah, he's been around a long time too. S was out on the wire.
Right.
And Pop, which people basically have a love-hate relationship with him.
I thought he was okay. I mean, strange, but okay.
Yeah. That's just
None
it.
of us are perfect.
Yeah, I know that.
I found JoJo, but it looks like she was getting bullied on another panel or another stream, so she left. She left, and I can't now find her again. I wish people had stopped bullying enough.
I wish people had stopped bullying too, because what was she being bullied for?
As I said yesterday, I am not innocent in this either, but I regret my part in it. Because
I absolve you of your sins in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Trust me, we're not immune either. Okay?
Thank you.
I mean, I'm not... I don't try to bully people, but sometimes I may come across that way. You know.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say you're a bully, Michelle. Not at all. Who do you think you bully?
I don't know. Me and Irish Marie had problems in the past.
Well, she was here today, wasn't she?
Yes, I know that. She was here today.
You don't seem the bullying type, Michelle.
I'm not the bullying type, but sometimes my nature can be acrimonious if you think about it. You know, I'm not exactly totally Miss Sugar Plum Fairy either, especially if I'm frustrated or I'm angry, and then the knives come out. You know. Like you heard last night when the gameplay when I was yelling about the chicken.
I've only ever heard you lose your temper at probably Ed and Yam Ranch.
Well, I try to keep my temper in check because it's a hell of a temper. Because Aquarius Virgo tempers are notoriously bad. I mean, they can get almost to the point where it can be murderous.
Oh, no.
And so I try really hard not to show the ugly side of me.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope JoJo comes over here because it's kind of sad.
Yeah. Just like, like I said, people ran Rhonda Church out. Rhonda Church came over originally on YouTube because her husband was in the hospital with complications from surgery. And I invited her on the YouTube because I was kind of being, I could use a little bit of help keeping track of all the people that were talking in the phone and stuff. And so she came over and volunteered to help try to figure out what's going on. And then some of the people started branding her all kinds of nasty things like a Nazi and all that, and she's not.
Oh my.
And so, out of that and out of the concern for her husband's well-being, she couldn't bear being on here anymore. There was just too much.
Right. You have to have thick skin to be on here.
Yeah.
Because not everyone's going to like you. And you're not going to like everybody. It's the way it goes.
Yeah, I know. But like I said, I kind of wish that, I could have more consistent viewership. But let's be honest, I'm not always that exciting. Sometimes I can be.
Well, you're on a lot as well. You're on every day nearly. So it's very difficult to find things to talk about and entertain every day.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of videos again on telephone switching systems.
All right. I've got a good idea, Michelle. If I sent you a box of strange foods or different foods, you could do like a food review.
Could do that.
Every show you could do like a candy and just try it every day.
Or even strange objects that you found laying around the house that maybe you don't know about, or even if you know anybody in the telecommunications field, say, describe this. Be like more like playing, but kind of like, there's a blind version of this, but we're talking about from a sighted version. Person comes up with a strange object, and then someone has to describe what it does. Which for me would mean is if it's electrical, probing it and testing it and see what it does. Looking up the numbers, the statistics on it. I got a few examples of some of those things in my drawers, but they're not really that exciting because I kind of know what they are.
Yeah. Well, show me something and I'll guess what it is.
Well, I'm going to show you something here that I have in my drawer here, if I can find it. It is something useful.
Don't tell me.
This is something that might be useful. Actually, I'm going to show you two packages of stuff. For some people. As you know, a lot of people today use their cell phones for so many different things. And the first object, I can find it. I think it's in the other drawer. Yeah, I think it's in the other drawer. Okay, so I'll show what's in this box first. I don't think I have it in there. What I have in this box here, or maybe this in here. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay, let's talk about what's in this box here first.
Okay.
Now, let's try the most routine, everyday object of all. And I'll talk a little bit about this. And what is this? I'm going to cover the label so you can't see what it says. What do you think this is?
That goes into a computer.
Right. Well, here's a hint. There's only one end that plugs into the computer. There's no other jacks anywhere else on it.
So that's to store information on.
Right. This is one of
the was even hard.
This was one of the earliest models. This only holds 512 megabytes.
What's on it?
That means it can hold about one CD worth of information.
What's on it now?
I have no idea. I haven't checked it lately. This, I didn't know what this was until I put it in my computer to check it out either. But you know what this is? Oops.
Have a look.
No, it's not a thumb drive. It's a wireless mouse adapter.
You didn't even let me.
You can see plugs into your USB port, and it listens on a certain frequency for the matching mouse that I don't have.
So it's useless. It's useless.
For right now, unless they can find the mouse that goes with it, or if somebody happens to have a mouse and they lost their adapter and it might be compatible with them. Might work for them. Now, this is kind of interesting because this does have a jack on the other side. Again, it's got a USB port on one end. And what's on the other jack side? Well, it's long, it's slim, and it's a micro SD card adapter that plugs into the computer.
Oh, wow.
So this lets you take the same little SD cards that are often used in your cell phone and put it into this. So you can use this to read and write those little thumb drives or thumb cards. Now this one is interesting because this does something similar. This converts the micro SD card to a standard SD card. So the little micro SD goes in there, and then this goes into your computer, your bigger computer. And also, this one here has a write protect sensor right here. So you can actually prevent writing to the card. It's kind of silly, considering the fact that you can write to the card without the adapter. Now, the next piece is something that might be useful for a person with their cell phone or some computers. This takes your headphone and an external microphone and broadcasts it onto USB so that you can plug in a computer that doesn't have a separate audio jack input, plugs into your USB, plug your microphone in here, in this hole, and your headphone in here.
Wow.
So you can actually use this to record to and from a computer.
I prefer looking at antique things and guessing what they used to be.
Okay, well, I don't have too many antique things here, but I'm sure
I have a few.
I'm sure I can find a few things hiding around here somewhere in my, what is this pile? Let's see. Okay, I don't have a lot of those kind of accessories in here right now.
So, do you and Ed get each other an Easter egg? An Easter basket?
What do you mean?
Well, in England at Easter, we just give each other Easter eggs.
No, we don't. Not in this house anyway.
Maybe Ed will cook a special meal.
I know some people do, but I don't. So, let's see. Maybe I got something in the drawer below that might be of interesting. Alright. Maybe it's not really that exciting. Let's see if I can try to find something exciting. Try to find something, anything that'll give you. Let's try to find something here. Just grab something out of the box. Oh, maybe this might have something interesting in it. No, that's not that exciting. That's just a remote control. Okay. Well, what do you think this is?
Let me see.
Well, here's the first side of it.
Hang on, don't tell me until I've got to guess.
It's a lens.
That's a lens. Yeah, you just told me.
Hey, it's a video camcorder lens.
Have you got the video camcorder?
Yeah, it is. Actually, it was designed originally for commercial use. Lens for a commercial camcorder. It
No,
is
but do
very
you
expensive, very heavy,
do
and it works
you
with my.
have
It works with
have
my.
you got the camcorder, Michelle, that goes with the lens?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's pretty expensive because I have my cameras use lenses here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I have to fix this strap on my watch. Oh, a minute. I don't know if I have one of the cameras here that uses it, but actually, all my cameras can use it. Let's see.
Don't really use cameras anymore because the telephones have all got cameras in them.
The reason I don't use it a lot is it's so heavy that it would actually cause my camera to sag. I don't have a, yes I do. I have a camera right here. Oh, that's a power supply. Oh. Let's see. Alright, here's another lens for you. This one's a lot smaller, and this is used a lot more. Actually, I got two more lenses. And these are lenses we do use on a fairly regular basis around here. What's the other one? Hold on a minute. And we have one more lens. It's in the drawer here, but I don't know where it is right now. What's this box? Oh. Film. And I have another camera, which I did show a couple of years ago on my camera table or video, which was my movie camera. You maybe remember that one. The movie camera I had? Oh, here it is.
No, I don't. I mean, what's the point in having a movie camera when you got a telephone now?
This lens
small.
here is often used on the camera that I use on the couch.
Oh.
This lens is from 1921.
What?
This lens is from 1921.
Wow.
And this lens is from the 1970s. And both use the same mount. And both can be mounted on all the same cameras. And they allow you to get really close. And this is a zoom, and this is not. This is a fixed focal lens. This is more of a standard security camera lens that also fits on all the same cameras. So I can use all these lenses on the same camera bodies. Now, I don't have the other cameras right now in hand right now to show you what I'm talking about, but they all screw on, and they all basically allow me to do a variety of things. What else do I got here? Okay, I'm just going through my box. Oh yeah. What do you think this is? Well, here's a clue. Pile PP4444. You have a power input, a ground lug, audio input, audio output, and there's also a headphone type output jack on this. This is a turntable preamp. I have two of these. Okay?
Wow, you've got all the gear, Michelle. All the gear.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the callers, the phones are on, guys. They can call whenever they want. Alright. There's, I guess, something else that might... By itself, this doesn't mean much, but what do you think this is? And no, it is not a snake squashed flat. It's a ribbon cable. A ribbon cable, in this case, it's a SCSI 50-pin ribbon cable. And this carries your audio, your communications to your SCSI hard drives. So SCSI at one time was very much a preferred format for networking computer hardware together, like floppy CD SCSI drives and things like that. Okay, I got some other things in here. Here's an accessory for an Xbox 360 controller that right now I can't use because I don't have a driver for it. It's a chat pad. What does this do? Well, if you take my controller right here and you slip it on, line up the hole right here at the bottom. Now you got a controller with a little keyboard on it. So theoretically you can type on it. So you can use this keyboard to do everything instead of having to use a big keyboard. The problem is, unfortunately, I don't have a driver for it. So I can't use it right now. So it's sitting in my drawer unused. But that's what it's for.
Yeah. Where are these people? Have a night show, Michelle. Have a night show. You have a night show, you put it on YouTube, and where are they?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, I put it on YouTube like they wanted, and they're not here.
Well, I'll give them time. Maybe they're having.
Here's a cute little technology. Unfortunately, the rating is kind of faded out on it. Do you know what this is?
Let me look.
It's a valve.
You don't even give me chance to guess.
It's a 12AX7. It's a double triode. It's used in audio amplification.
They are bums, skunk.
Yep. And let's see, what else do I have in here? Right now, Ed's rummaging through my closet.
What's he doing in your closet?
No, he's looking for some stuff he's trying to find. So. Alright, so now I see some of my lenses, accessories.
That's right, fair weather friends. Yep. And where's Paul?
Now, alright, do you know what this is?
Don't tell me. You've got to let me guess. That's a stamper to stamp the name and address.
Right, it's my address stamper. Yep.
Does that have this address on it?
Boom, 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 boom. All right.
What? Found that. I was looking for that. That one works.
All right. And you know what this is?
Lower.
That, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, is an 8-track tape.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Into 8 tracks again.
It's an 8-track cartridge tape.
What's that for?
They sound very well. They sound just as good as CDs.
Oh, really?
If maintained properly, yes. If not maintained, they could be worse than a 78 RPM gramophone record.
Now, the other thing I could say is while I'm here is that you're better off with an audio format that you're pre-recorded on for one reason. You can't count on YouTube all the time because it goes in and out. Say you're on your computer, you listen to a song, all of a sudden your internet goes down. No music. But if you have regular music of your own, that still can't be beat.
Oh, I know that.
Has Ed got records and stuff then?
Why do you think I still have records here?
No, has Ed got records?
It's where I still get vinyls, baby. Okay. Yep, so it's true. I got records here. I collect a lot of vinyls. Then people wanted me to convert them to MP3s, and I said, well, that sounds like an easy to do job. Except for one problem.
What?
The problem is that it takes so long to convert records into MP3s. Because depending on the software you're using, you might have to do it in 2 stages, like I do.
I used to tape my records on my cassette player.
Well, that's the first step you can do, which will be kind of similar to what I do. I start Audacity after I start my records, and then recordable to the Audacity stream. And then the second step is to take every single song, separate them out from the contemplating the stream, and separate them into individual songs and put them in my downloads directory.
I used to take music off the radio when I was a kid.
I do too. I used to make a lot of mixtapes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, but they'll still make mixtapes. Here's another technology that's kind of gone the way of the dodo.
Floppy disk.
Yep. Except this isn't so floppy because it's got a hard case. But inside the disc, inside the shutter, it's just kind of stock shot. All you can see is the disc itself. Right there. This disc is kind of rusted up, cruddy, not really playable, but oh my god, yeah, this disc is definitely battered. Oh, well, it's good for a demo anyway. Explain what discs are. It's dirty. It's got sticky crud all over it. But no. And let's see. And what else do I got here? Anything else that could be interesting? What if? Or what is it? Category. I'll have to go digging around and look for some more of the fun stuff. I'm sure I can find more odds and ends in my collection of parts. Let's go to.
Oh, that's nice of you. Skunk Apes offered to take you to Atlantic City.
I'm not really into Atlantic City that much anymore, but.
Oh, thanks anyway.
I'm not really too much into casinos in general anymore, because I have a gambling problem, so I stay the hell away from them. Incoming.
You.
Go ahead, call you on the air. Well, excuse me, check your fiber. Alright, so I remember when I first went to Atlantic City with my parents. I was just of age going to Atlantic City. I was living with my mom and dad. I took my entire SSI check to Atlantic City and blew it in one day.
Skunk said he'll give you $500 to go to Atlantic City with him.
Yeah. But the only problem is I'm afraid of traveling with strangers.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a point.
Yeah. I just don't like... If I know a person and I got to know them well and I got to feel like I can trust them, then I would probably say yeah. But...
Probably for the best. You shouldn't just trust everybody. You said you'd get your hooker.
Oh, not anymore. It seems like the world is becoming even less trustworthy than when I was a child.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's going to get worse as well.
Oh, yeah. I strongly believe it. Skunk Ape, in a way you're not a stranger. Hi, Corey, how you doing? But in a way you are a stranger because I never met you in person.
Maybe Skunk would like to come to your greet and meet.
Yeah, we're going to try to get the greet and meet going. I'd like to try to schedule that somehow.
Yeah, we'll invite Skunk.
Well, obviously he can come. Noodles can come. Noodles can come get noodled. If that's what he wants. And, I don't know what we would do it, though. I never figured out that place yet.
I sorted it out. I've thought about that. I thought about getting an Airbnb, rent a whole house out.
Okay. And how would I get there? Someone would have to pick me up, obviously.
Yeah, well, it'd be near your house, obviously.
Right. So have you looked around my area for any of those programs?
I have. I'm still looking, but I found a 5-bedroom and a 6-bedroom near there. I'm still looking. No,
There's an 8-bedroom for sale for a couple $1 million in Litchfield.
Oh, I'll just get that for us.
Yeah.
No, skunk is ahead of noodles. Way ahead of noodles.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that, like, it's hard to believe 11 years ago when I started, it was a long, cold, rainy night in the month of May. I remember that now, more and more remember it. It was May. It was raining. It was wet. It was clammy. It was cold. And I came, and my hair was not white. It was like a gray color. And I came on, I did my very first video. And, it was, to put it mildly, not really that great of a video, because it was just starting out. It was a video, and I was like totally freaking out, and I was like holding onto my phone. I had my arm like this. Okay, I had my phone like this, and it was propped up on my laser printer. And I'm sitting there going, trying to say what I'm supposed to do without covering the lens. Oh, because I didn't have a lens like this one does. I don't have one like this. So I couldn't see myself. And I was trying to describe what I was doing. And I was like terrible. I didn't even have a clue what I was doing. I didn't even know if the video was going to come out. Well, it came out, but it was kind of really, really lousy.
Well, is that your first video on YouTube?
Hold on a minute. What?
Now, Ed.
How do I plug the speakers, these speakers you gave me into this 8-track player? I got everything hooked up, but I can't figure out how to hook the jacks into the speakers.
What, into the 8-track?
I have the 2 amplified speakers here. How do I plug it into the 8-track player?
After you record things to the 8-track or whatever,
This is just for pre-recording.
you need another one of those white cables.
Huh?
You need another white cable.
Yeah, but that doesn't connect right into the speakers, does it?
The same white cable can plug into the speakers. Oh. Well, I mean, if you want to play from the DVD player to the speakers?
No, I want to try to play an 8-track through these amplified speakers.
Unplug the white cable from the computer and the DVD player. Plug the white cable into the red and white into the output, and then plug the phone plug into the back of the speaker.
Forget it, Michelle. I can't remember all that.
Oh God, I gotta get more.
What's he trying to do,
Alright,
Michelle?
don't worry about it for now, Ed. I gotta get more cables anyway.
What is he trying to do?
He's trying to basically figure out how he can use my portable speakers to listen to his 8-track. But the problem is that's fine, except right now or another way to do it, Ed, is why don't you take the other audio cable that's sitting around and plug the 8-track right and left audio into the back of the DVD player, and then plug the white cable into the audio input.
Can you take maybe a few minutes out, like a 15 or 20
Michelle,
minutes?
go help him quick.
You need to take
because
intermission so you can help me with this. In the meantime, I'll just
yeah,
wait.
Just wait, because it's not going to...
Okay, I'll give you half an hour then, okay? And then I'm going to wait and have you come over and do it, all right? Please.
And be patient, okay? I just told you how to do it the easiest way.
I don't remember all that stuff.
Since you want to listen to the 8-track, right?
Yeah.
I just told you what to do. Oh, hold on a minute, guys. Actually, there's another way to do it, but this is the easiest way. Hold on a minute. Oh, man.
Ed can't do nothing for himself. Michelle has to do everything for him.
There's another audio cable laying on the ground somewhere. It's gray. You see it over there? I think I see it on the floor over there. Gray. Yeah, it's
Oh, welcome back, Skunk.
That was the big one we had, isn't it?
Yes. It was sitting over here somewhere.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna put it. Just pick it up. Is it over there on the other side of that other cabinet of yours? Put it somewhere. Remember, just
I
pick
think
it
he's
up.
too old to change now, Corey.
Oh, ouch. It's not on the floor. Headphones over here.
What I do with that? I just had it yesterday.
I know.
He can't Google. He can't turn the computer on his own.
Thrown all over the place in here, and I pick it up and put it somewhere.
It was
It's
by
thrown
the
on the
TV.
Here it is. I knew I put it somewhere. This the one you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't work. That's one, yeah. Now, you still want to be able to listen to the computer directly, right?
Yeah.
So, in that case, let's plug in the front jacks here. Let's see. So,
Actually, I can tell you that Ed had a bath last week.
red. That's right. Okay. Okay, so red, blue, yellow. Okay. Plug this into your track. Right now we're not using green. So
E-track's right
Poor
there on top.
Michelle.
Right on top of the DVD player. It's right on top of the DVD player.
I see it. This is one I had broken jack on it. Doesn't it? Yeah, this one does. I think I fixed it originally. Yeah, I can make it. Alright. Alright, so now here your 8 tracks, change this channel to line 2. Oh, no, I'm gonna go to this in there.
I'll take the disc out.
Oh, okay, we need to put a stop. Now I have to get this guy. Where's the stop button on this thing?
I don't know. Here, I got it. Open.
Alright, I don't need to open it.
No, not 1 week. I think it was. I'm not lying. Ask everybody. I think it was a year. He had it last week, and that was the first bath I think Michelle has ever known him to have since he's lived there.
Is it plugged in? Yeah. Is the volume turned up? TV. On the TV.
Can't see that.
Oh, man. You see it coming in.
There it goes.
Oh,
Yeah, it's working. That's it now.
yeah, that's line 1 is your work.
I know.
This line 2 is the one that
I think he might have a fear of water or something. Honestly, you ask Michelle, he started smelling like cheese. Even Krista said that he smelled that bad. It was making her feel sick when she was next to him.
Sounds like your heads need cleaning too.
Not coming out of the top speakers though.
Oh, is that what a fear of water is? Hydrophobia. You got to remember though that Ed also used to live on the streets and stuff, so he's not used to things like normal people. You know, it's a luxury to have a wash or a bath. Meow. Come on, Michelle. Oh, God.
Still sounds wrong.
No, it's fine.
Is it coming out of most speakers?
No, you're right. Hygiene isn't his strongest feature. I don't think. I don't know. Well, also, can we also. Let's feel sorry for Ed, because Jennifer Anderson has split up with him, I think, now. He was seeing Jennifer Anderson, and I think he's not seeing her anymore. So.
Or I can run this still through a small DVD player like I was doing over here, right?
Right, or you can take this same white cable, plug this into the back speaker, and plug up from here, and plug that into the 8-track instead. But right now,
Keep it like
works.
this for now. I'll ask you more questions when you tell me that stupid show.
I gotta get some more cables anyway. Probably need to get I need a couple snakes cables. Ugh. All right.
Oh,
So I
welcome
got
back,
that
Michelle.
straightened out.
Did you fix it?
Gotta get a
Oh,
couple
you're not gonna.
standard audio cables and a couple snake cables. All right.
Did you fix it for him?
Yeah, it's set up for now.
Oh, good.
Now I can record his 8-tracks to DVDs. If he's so interested. So
Oh, God, now the dog's.
well, Rusty licks himself. The problem is Rusty ends up getting all those hairballs in his guts.
Yeah, you might want to give Rusty a brush now and again.
I give him a
'Cause
brush
my
once in a
cat-
while.
Yeah, I've got this brush called a Furminator, and it really gets out fur.
Really?
Yeah, I'll
I
send
just
you
use
one.
a regular hairbrush. And it
Oh
gets
no, I don't use. I don't use my
white toothbrush that gets in there and pulls out the clumps of fur it builds up from shedding. He has a very thick coat.
Yeah, I can tell. But I'll send you a little brush called a Furminator, and it gets all that undergrowth of hair out. It's really good.
Yeah. Never heard of that one. I've seen a couple different brushes on the market for cat's hair. But the human hair brushes usually work pretty good, especially the white tooth comb ones.
Yeah.
Now, I hope I don't get a copyright problem with YouTube because of the music.
What music? I can't hear any
Okay.
music.
Well, you won't be able to hear it anyway because YouTube, the Google Meets, I have background filtering on, but almost everything comes through on YouTube some point or another.
Can anybody hear Ed's music?
I don't even hear this music, but then I turned on the main. Okay, let's see. Stephen State Peter Jr. I think I remember him. How you doing?
I don't know if you remember me, but it's the guy from Maine that does electric cars.
Actually, I do remember you. How you doing?
Hi, Stephen.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Wow. Greetings from the state of Maine. We are finally warming up.
Yeah.
So I have been so busy, Michelle. I keep meaning to call you and stuff and say hi. But I've been in Augusta testifying on behalf of fellow Mainers that love electric vehicles and solar panels and stuff. And my electric car group is now at almost 600 people. I'm wondering if I can promote my group by any chance. I'd love.
Yeah, you could. On my Discord, we allow advertising.
No, he can promote it here. Can't he just say what he's
I mean, if you want to sponsor your stuff here, I guess we can probably arrange that too.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know how much that costs, but how do I sound? I get a new headset, so.
Sound great.
Okay. So I've been testifying in front of the senators and stuff like that. I was on a task force for electrification of state fleets and stuff like that. And where are you from, Tiger Kitty?
Well, I'm in DC at the moment, but I'm from England, obviously.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. So my group is called Electric/Solar for Bucksport, Maine. We only need, I think, at last count, I only need 40 more people. So
Correct.
if I can, Electric/Solar for Bucksport, Maine.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
When do you think the United States is going to use 240 for everyday mains outlet voltages instead of 120?
Well, probably within the next 5 years, because they want to get strong. Well, they need stronger for, like, the microwaves and stuff like that, and obviously for electric cars and stuff like that. So I think in the next 5 years you'll see.
So then all you would do
240s.
then is just go down to your local Radio Shack and pick up a step down transformer to go from 240 to 120 to use your old appliances.
Right. Well, right now, as we speak, I've got solar panels up on top of our wonderful apartment complex. We've been getting some good energy. I mean, we've had this now for a year, and I really don't have to pay much for electricity. You know how much we pay a month for electricity right now?
Yeah, but I think solar panels in Maine in the wintertime are pretty much not going to give you much energy.
Actually, you'd be surprised. There's a young couple down the road here that have solar panels in an electric car, and the solar, it really does good in the winter.
I'm getting solar panels soon. Well, I'm trying to. I was going to get them.
What about solar What about solar hot water collectors to heat water to help along with the regular heating plant for heating the building? I mean,
it's fantastic. Actually, those are really cool. I've heard really good things. And then
actually, they're really hot.
Well, you don't want it too hot. I mean, you might wrinkle up. So, so Tiger Kitty, have you ever been in a Tesla before?
No.
You've never been in a Tesla? I love Tesla. As a matter of fact, right now I've been in 34 electric vehicles.
I never been in a Tesla. I have never been in an electric car at all. But
oh my God, it's awesome. You definitely.
The closest thing I've been to an electric vehicle is the little shopping carts you see at the grocery store like Walmart.
Well, you'd be surprised to go and how fast they are. My friend, he's got a Model Y, and that thing, I mean, I literally get thrown back into the chair. Whoa! Kelly,
Oh yeah,
that.
well, the Y I think is designed to be more like a sporty model, isn't it? It's like you got the Model 3, you got the X, you got the S, you got the now the Y.
Yep.
You got the Roadster, which came in 2 flavors. Roadster 1, the original, of course, is not compatible with the modern charging system, but
right. So the new Roadster, I absolutely love the design. I mean, I am seriously thinking about getting one of those little models of the Roadster because I can't drive with my cerebral palsy. So, but I love riding in electric cars. I've always loved electric vehicles. I mean, ever since I was 8. And by the way, I have good news. By the way, I did an interview with the BBC radio show.
I'm looking forward to the new Tesla semi tractor trailer.
Oh, those are awesome.
Oh yeah, those are awesome. The Class 8 can carry up to maximum gross vehicle weight of 80,000 pounds.
Those are ugly as sin.
Oh man. What?
There's some pickups or Cybertrucks. Those are ugly as fucking sin.
Actually, a Cybertruck doesn't look too bad. Although I do agree it's a little boxy. I think that the Cybertruck could have been made a little bit more like the Roadster. It could have been made nicer,
Yeah, I agree. But so I think last count, I have 7 or 8 people that I know in town that have ordered the new electric F-150. And then there's some people that have gotten the Chevy Silverado.
Oh yeah,
And then-
there's the new electric F100 coming out now too.
Yep,
The
that's
Ford
right.
F100.
The Illuminator engine. And it's pretty cool to think. I mean, we'll have electric pickup trucks coming
It
around.
looks like the 1980 F100 truck,
Yes,
but it's got an
Very
electric
nice.
engine instead of a gasoline engine in it.
right. And the frunk on the front there, the very front, the front is
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, it's gonna be cavernous. I mean, you'll be able to put your tools in there, your barbecue set. I think you can put your little bless you.
Oh yeah, because the motor itself would probably be. What is it going to be using the box engine design that they came up with?
Yeah, underneath the truck itself. So there's a lot of people that actually have farms on land here in town, and they've got electric ATVs, electric lawnmowers, and stuff. Now they'll have the electric pickup trucks, and it'll be so quiet. Oh my god, my friend's like, now I can let my wife sleep. She won't hear the engines or the tractors or anything. So
Right. But that could also
So-
be a hazard too, for reasons that some people like me need the sound of an engine to tell me if something's coming.
yeah, well they've got voice chips for the vehicles. The United States mandates this. It's like there's a delivery vehicle. It's electric. It's from Pizza Hut, and it goes.
Well, maybe they
Pizza.
just need to make a little bit of a simulated engine noise.
Yeah, I mean they could do that too as well. So
I mean,
Wow,
for,
you're
well,
very
to
passionate
make,
about your electrical vehicles.
yes, I do research. Actually, you know what? Every week now, I'm in conversations with different dealerships here in Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, and I've got at least 12 dealerships that are on speed dial.
Oh,
So-
wow.
incoming!
Oh, incoming.
Go ahead, call your near.
Nick Henry Cooter, the faggot queer.
Okay.
All right, whatever. Anyways,
Well,
So Tiger, are
Yeah.
you?
incoming
Oh,
again. Nope, they hung up. Go ahead.
Oh, Tiger, are you subscribed to my group?
no.
You
What-
should.
Your YouTube channel.
No, it's not a YouTube channel. It's a Facebook group.
Incoming again.
Incoming.
Oh,
Go ahead, caller.
Free ass ranch, or I'm gonna blow this motherfucker up, bitch.
Free.
Okay.
Oh God. All right. So you work with different places in the northern New England area,
Yes,
dealerships.
ma'am. And then a lot of people, because of the gas prices, have been inquiring about electric cars. Well, I've helped about 500 people in the past, I think it was, at last count, 7 months. So, I mean, people are freaking out because of the gas prices. And there's not enough electric cars to go around. And here we go again.
Wait a minute. Go ahead, caller on the air.
How far are them titties hanging down tonight, you old fucking blonde broad?
That's enough for that for
Okay.
right now. I'm gonna let Steven talk, okay?
Okay, so if Michelle and Tiger
Mhm.
subscribe to my group on Facebook, I will have 564. And if I can get the majority of your listeners to join, I think we can get up to, I don't know, 570 people. And then all I would need then is like 30 more people. So, all right, everybody,
Right.
go on to Facebook, search electric, okay, and then slash, and then SOLAR, and then spacebar, FOR spacebar, Bucksport, Maine, and you'll see the logo, and it'll be a neon car with a plug coming out of its ass.
Right. Okay, well, if Michelle sticks that on her Discord, we'll all join, I'm sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, if you join
I
my
don't-
Discord, that'll be the easiest way to get up there. Unfortunately, the natives are getting restless because I didn't answer a phone call. Let me take this call.
Okay.
Go ahead. Got a call or a question for solar power?
Yeah, hello? Yeah, Carlos told me to call in and make threats on this channel to you.
What?
What the
Why
Do you
would
know
you want to
Carlos
do that?
Martinez? Do you know Carlos Martinez?
Why would he want me? Why would he
Yeah.
want you to do that?
Michelle is joking. It's Carlos's friend.
Okay.
I don't know who this is.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
So,
so if we ever do go standardized to 240 throughout the homes, would it be the new homes first that go with the 240 power, or would it be the older homes and the new homes in the region go for 240 power? How
all
long?
right. So, under President Biden, there would be new stuff. There would be new outlets, brand new siding, brand new windows, brand new appliances.
Hold on a minute.
All, yep.
Go ahead, caller, you're on the air.
Hey, what's that fucking bitch talking about?
We're talking about solar panels and power systems.
Fuck that shit. I like the grid better, bitch.
Yeah, let me
Okay.
show you something, Steven. I want to get something here. I really promote this. I think this is a much better standard for an outlet than anything here. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you an extension cord. I'm gonna show you. I made this cord. It is working cord. It actually, we use it occasionally around here. See, I think it's up here
Okay.
still. Yeah, there's the cord. There's the extension lead. Alright, perfect. Alright. And it's wrapped up in everything else. Okay. This is actually it's a neat design because it's a mix of American and British wiring in the same outlet cord. Okay. This part is American, okay?
Okay.
Standard NEMA 13 or 15P plug.
Okay.
This is British.
Oh wow.
This
That's cool.
is a British plug. And it plugs in like that.
that?
And what's the advantage of this helmet? Go ahead, call you on the air.
Hi, Susan. This is George Floyd. How are you?
Doing alright? Alright, let me try to have a serious conversation. Callers, be
Yes.
patient. Okay, now, the British plug has a couple safety features that, number one, these two safety shutters do not open unless the earth pin is present and there and it's longer. And as you plug it in, the shutters for the Angry Pixies open up and then plug goes another way. And on top of that, this plug has a fuse. This has a 13 amp fuse, which is perfectly matches this American extension cord, which is rated on the tag at 13 amps. So you can't overload this cord because if you do, the fuse in the plug blows, which you can take the fuse out and replace it if it blows.
That's normal.
Plus, the outlets have an on-off switch. So you can actually turn the outlets off. And you don't have to take the plugs out. You can leave them in. So every plug has a switch. So that's the neat thing about this. And it's really, really cool because it is, Ed already found out the hard way when he tried to plug the microwave into this. And I originally had a 3 amp fuse in it originally, and he blew the fuse. And he starts blaming the plug. I said, no, Ed, the plug is doing its job. That plug has a fuse in it that only will blow if you exceed the rating of fuse.
So you ordered English sockets and plugs,
An English wall socket.
put them on
Because
your
what happened
American...
was, this plug end on here, original one, the one on the extension cord broke. and all I had was British sockets.
Why have you got British sockets?
So
Why have you,
that was why we replaced the plug-in, was because that's all they had. So
Michelle? Why have you got British plugs?
because I like the British plug format, I think it's an awesome system.
Oh, you just ordered them.
Wow, that's cool.
The fusing of the plug is very important because remember, the fuse in your consumer unit only protects the wiring in the wall. The wiring in the wall may be rated for 15, 30 amperes and a ring mains, but the plugs themselves, the wiring, say like in a table lamp, isn't. So obviously, it would be very easy for 30 amps of power to try to go through your extension lead and basically melt the living bejesus out of it. Okay? That's why a fuse is there. The fuse in the plug protects the cord of the appliance because the fuse is at the same rating or if not less than the cord of the appliance.
Do you know
For
what we do in
example,
England,
if you have
Michelle?
something that only draws a 2 amps, a 3 amp fuse is going to protect the cord from burning up.
So what do you think we do in England when the fuse is gone and we don't have any? We get some tin foil, aluminium foil. What do you call aluminium?
I've done that here in
we
the
just
U.S.
wrap it around the fuse.
I've seen that done in the U.S. too, so it's not just a British thing. That's why I always keep spare fuses around. But I don't usually blow fuses on a regular basis. But it's an important safety system that the British designed it back in 1947. But fused mains plugs already existed even before that, when the plugs were different and they had round holes. Which you see those in South America now in India, the round hole plugs. I watched John Ward. Trust me, I've seen this plug and socket demos. I've seen how they all work, how they all plug in, and it's a really neat system. And I think that's the system that they should be using in the U.S. because it already exists. There's no need to come up with a whole new plug and totally confuse the living bejesus out of everybody. Plus, with the fuse and the plug protecting your extension lead, in other words, the fuse is at the same rating as the extension lead. So if it's a 13 amp lead, you use a 13 amp fuse. So if you will exceed 13 amps, the fuse is going to pop, and then you know that you need a...
Michelle, I lost my signal.
Wait a minute. What?
I lost my signal.
What do you want to say?
I lost my signal. I pressed the wrong button on the TV trying to lower the volume, and now I lost everything.
Go to line 1.
Line 1. It's on line 1. I'm not getting nothing.
Oops.
Oh, it's on line 1. Oh, man. Hold a minute.
Michelle, Tiger, nice talking to you guys.
Of course,
Nice catching up with you.
Yeah, great talking to you. Stop by again.
Yeah. Subscribe to my group.
Yeah, as soon as she puts it in her Discord, I will.
All right, cool. So I need at least, I don't know, 40, 45 people. All right, so I'm gonna go find her Discord and I'll put it in there.
All right. Her Discord's on her streams.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Great.
let's see there. You're a very lovely lady, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
I gotta get up in the morning and I work from home, so
right.
Which is kind of nice. I start work at 6 o'clock, and then if it's nice out, I'll take the rest of the day off.
Oh wow, lucky you.
Yeah. So, where's my off switch here? Oh, right there. Have a good one. Bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Volume's the very top one.
That's a nice man. This is stupid. She spent more time helping Ed out. Plug a bloody thing into the wall.
Okay, that's good. You ain't dressed. Now, if I want to go, all I do is press on channel here, it goes on line 2 to play the computer, right? Right. Okay. I'm gonna have to put light over here so I can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to turn it down, you know?
Well, they can't hear you anyway right now. So, where was I?
Steve had to leave.
Now, in the United States, we're starting to see fusible mains plugs in standard NEMA format. The problem is, the ones that exist for, like, my window fan here, the fuse is internally inside the plug and is not replaceable. You can't take it out. So if you blow a fuse, you can't take the plug out. Hold on a minute, I'm gonna get Paul in there. Hold on, Paul. Go ahead, Paul.
Paul, you just missed Stephen.
Go ahead, Michelle. I know.
Do you know Stephen?
No, I don't. What's his name? Stephen what?
Michelle, what's his last name?
Wasn't St. Peter, was it?
Yes.
St. Peter, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I know Stephen. Oh, man, I missed him?
Yeah.
That's my dude right there.
Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
What are you eating?
Some pussy.
I have to admit, I'd hate to see what he would try to do in a professional recording studio.
Oh, yeah, Steven's a good guy. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Was he talking about, like, solar
Carlos, a few
panels and
people
stuff,
call.
electronic cars?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Well, if they do go for $240 in America for regular domestic outlets, that would make sense.
You guys had phone calls today?
A lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Not a
a
lot,
lot,
but
I
maybe like
think
6 or 7 of them.
6 is quite a lot.
That's good.
Carlos's
I wonder
friend
what
rang
Ed
up.
would do if I plopped him down in front of a big giant mixing board. I wonder what he would do then. And I'd say,
Probably nothing. The same thing he does
I don't
like
think
every
he
day.
wouldn't even know how to adjust the volume levels on the board. Well, I guess the best way to adjust the volume is to crank all the sliders all the way up. Not always. Depends on your
Michelle,
input. What?
I know you're helping him. You're helping him, and it's very nice, and it's usually quicker and easier just to get up and do it yourself. But really, it's probably right, like what Stoner Dab said, is to let him try and work it out on his own. You're not actually helping him if you keep doing stuff for him.
I try to teach him, this doesn't understand even the most basic thing. I can't.
Yeah, but he's how old is he?
You're enabling him.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
You're an enabler. You're
enabling
enabling Ed Michelle
Ed
to become
to do
more of a lazy piece of shit than he already is. You know, you need to stop responding to him. You know, let him be like a crying baby. Just let him cry your name out 100 times until he gets it done. You know, he'll scream for you to change, like turn off the stove, and he's sitting right in the kitchen. Like I'm sorry, but Ed's a piece of shit for that. He's
Yeah,
literally
well,
sitting in the
fortunately, he took
kitchen.
my advice and he made the food ahead of time. So he heated the food ahead of time, so we didn't have to worry about that. So I was able to eat before the show. But the thing is that, you know, like I told him last night, I said, look, Ed, there are things you should do if you really want to have food ready. Okay, we both slept, we're both tired. I get it, all right? No problem there. In that case, prepare the food if you can earlier. Don't expect that I'm going to get off the game right there and then to eat. If I'm going to eat, I could always make a plate and throw it in the microwave. It's not a big deal. You know,
What do you have for dinner tonight, Michelle?
What's that?
What do you eat for dinner
Leftover
tonight?
chicken stuffing and peas and a little bit of potatoes leftovers.
Yummy.
Chicken dinner.
Which wasn't bad.
Sounds
But like I said,
sausage,
there's no reason why you can't
We'll do
prepare
it.
the meal
We'll
in
do it, Friday.
advance. And that way, when I get up or if I'm hungry, I could go ahead and cook the food. I don't have to always use the oven. I can always use the microwave if I really wanted to reheat them fast. Quick and dirty meal.
I had an all-day breakfast, like sausage, bacon, egg.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
what
always
I did
good.
was, by the way, today I walked down to Cumberland Farms, the new Cumberland Farms, and picked up some outrageous candy bars and 2 slabs of
Michelle,
cheese and
how-
another gallon of milk for the house.
Michelle, you went and picked up nutrageous candy bars, and you were upset about gaining weight and depressed yesterday.
Well, I walked to the farther away Cumberland Farms because they didn't have any more in the other Cumberland Farms. And so I figured, well, since I got the shelf in my walker, so I'll grab the milk at the same time. So I bought a gallon of milk because we were had half a gallon left, and then now I got a whole new gallon of milk ready to go for when we're out of the other one. So
No, Stoner. No. Stoner. He's sitting next to the stove, the oven.
yeah,
And then
he's
he's
sitting right
calling
next to the
Michelle.
stove.
He's calling Michelle to come off of the game to the oven
And
to
he
turn
didn't
it
even
off.
bother wanting to get up out of the chair to take the stupid turn the oven off at the very
Piece of
least
shit.
so he didn't burn the chicken. And that was the part reason I got so mad at him, because like I told him last night, I said, Ed, I'm part of a team playing World of Warcraft right now. I am the healer. I have to keep an eye on the 2 tanks. If they actually, I have to keep them healthy. That's my job.
Michelle.
And he's
It's
like,
important
oh,
job.
well, that's not that big of importance. I said,
But
excuse
Michelle,
me?
Never said that.
Michelle, even if you weren't playing a game, Michelle, for him to call you into another room that he's in so that you can turn the stove off that he's like 5 feet away from, that's just shitty in general. Whether you're on a video game,
He was less
or
than 3
you're
feet away, actually.
not, that's terrible. Michelle, that'd be like me calling you into the room and saying, Michelle, change the channel for me on the TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's terrible. That's terrible.
It's abuse.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
He's definitely not enabling and doing himself any favors. I don't
No.
think.
And you weren't by serving
And
that.
it's always at 7 o'clock at night. It's always a 7 o'clock show because he doesn't do it in the morning show.
Because he's sleeping.
Right, he's sleeping, right? So that's why I really prefer doing the morning shows anyway, because then I can actually focus on the topic.
Well, you should just sleep. Michelle, you should sleep. You should slip like some sleeping pills into his food, and then just feed him before the show. Just get him really drowsy. Maybe put some Benadryl.
He already
or
does that to himself, so I don't have to worry
some
about it.
Ambien or something.
But I mean, it's just it's like he doesn't think that me playing World of Warcraft, it's important. Like I said, it's a team game. I have to remember that you're playing with other people in the game. You have a responsibility, just like you do in a basketball court or just like you do in football. You might be, maybe just one of the many players in a football team, for example, but you're still important to that team for whatever reason. If you're in the half court or full court, I don't know enough about the different players in football, but the point is, or in the soccer team, you're the goal. You're the I don't know. In soccer, you don't really have major MVP players. Not saying they don't, but for most people, don't really think of them that way. But your typical soccer team players, like, okay, every player has to play together for the team to win. If one player doesn't, hold up their end of the deal, the team's going to suffer. If the goalie, for example, is asleep and they're not blocking the ball from going into the goal, then the team's going to lose. Okay, just like with a healer, if the healer doesn't do the job and everybody dies, then everybody has to go back and start from the beginning from the graveyard. And that takes a long time, especially in Westfall. You have to be ready to accept that you are important to keep the team alive. Okay, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you're pulling too many mobs at once. Yeah, then you're going to end up dying anyway. But But as a healer, your job is to be alert, awake, and ready to heal as
Oh, yeah.
fast as possible. Make sure you have enough mana in the game to keep going.
Yeah, each one of you are important. I hear them say, Michelle, come on, heal us, heal us. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, exactly. And then, of course, it's even more important when you're in a dungeon. Like we did Dead Mines. Dead Mines, you know, we're pulling mobs, like 3, 4, 5 mobs. You know, Paul was using, I forgot what it's called, frost block or something, where he's freezing everybody in place in ice, which is important, okay? Now, that's a form of simple crowd control. It's powerful, it works, but it only gives him a few minutes or maybe a few seconds to neutralize as many of them as he can. And then once he starts, attacking some of the people that he froze, they come out of the freeze and they're even freshly renewed or revitalized, which means that he's gonna have to watch his mana. Mage cannot heal, so Mage is going to likely end up dead by himself. I play a lot of boss mages. I can tell you for a fact that if you have a healer, a priest there, you can keep going as long as the priest is up on their job. If the priest is falling behind or is AFK, dealing with somebody complaining about, oh, Michelle, take the food out of the oven, you're not gonna be very happy when you see the Grim Reaper because your priest isn't there doing their job. So it's a team effort, and everybody has to work together. And at the same time, he's sitting there telling me it's a fantasy game. I said, "What are you watching?" "Oh, I'm watching railroad racing." "What?" "Model train racing." Okay, that sounds interesting, but is the difference? You're watching a video. You can pause that video, and no one's gonna die. It cannot pause the game because people are going to die. People depend on you to be there. I mean, it's true we do have to take restroom breaks, but when we do that, we try to make sure we're all in a safe place first before we take restroom breaks. So there's a big difference between watching racing trains and, pulling mobs and healing people. Yeah, it's just stupid. As far as the topic I wanted to talk to Steven St. John about, which I didn't get a chance to finish because it kept getting interrupted, is the I think the United States, because of the electric vehicle industry, is going to have to go to 240 at every outlet. And I'm not enthusiastic about the idea of totally reinventing the wheel, i.e., come up with a whole new electric socket. That's ridiculous. I would say new construction first will have new outlets. And might as well use the British format because it already exists. It meets all the NEMA requirements. It has a recurrent protection. It has safety shutters on it for children. It has earthing system on them. And the readily available plugs already being made for the UK. There's no reason why we can't get the companies to make the plugs here. In this country, oh my God, I forgot the name of the brands of the companies that are making in the UK. But only the thing is the UK plugs are readily available. And that's what I feel about it. Oh, I mean, we could use the Australian, New Zealand plugs, but that would be more like similar to our NEMA plugs. Except we have American mains plugs like that already. We originally phased them out years ago.
Why do we need new plugs?
Because you don't want to accidentally plug a 120-volt appliance into a 240-volt socket. Unless it's a dual voltage device.
Be cool if you used English plugs, because then you could buy stuff from England and use it here.
Right. I mean, most things should work fine because most things in America run in 60 cycles. British electrical circuits 50. So clocks would be running a little fast. Turntables would be running a little fast. But there is ways around that too. But let's just keep it simple. Of course, I don't think we're going to change the country to 50 cycles. I think that would be a little bit much.
Dabs is right. If you change to UK plugs, Ed won't be able to figure it out.
He already had enough time figuring this plug out. He was like, Michelle, how do I plug my computer in? I don't know how to use this. You see on the red.
Michelle, between you and I.
Like that.
You, yeah.
Yes,
Between
like
you and
that. No. It's eventually he would have to figure it out. He eventually would have to.
But between you and I, Michelle, I think Ed's a bit simple.
Yeah, he is. He doesn't have a lot of knowledge of a lot of stuff.
Oh, bless him. You know, perhaps that's a disability for him.
At least not everyday stuff. Not stuff that you would need to know every day. Okay, so electronics isn't his forte. I get it.
What is his forte?
His forte is he knows a little bit about automotive, and he knows about cars, and he knows about sports.
Cooking.
So I got me finger stuck in me bum. I got me finger stuck in me bum, Michelle.
Yeah, I don't know. It has to start taking some more responsibility. I told him simple. I said, you know what you should do is, since we're talking about audio cables anyway, is why don't you just experiment with it and try to figure it out yourself?
I think Paul's got his finger stuck in his bum.
I mean, common sense would say is, okay, let's see. I've got this cable, I've got to plug in this cable into this hole, but this plug don't fit, so then this plug might fit. Because, I mean, everything's either 3.5 millimeter or everything's RCA clinch plugs. How hard is it to figure out? You got an RCA clinch plug, a 3.5 millimeter plug ain't going to fit into it. Well, might fit in, but it won't make any electrical connection.
Thing is, how do you expect Ed to know all this? He lived on the streets for so long, so his way of living.
I know. I would hate to see what he has to. But then I was watching a video on telephone systems, like I said, telephone switching systems, and I don't understand half the things these guys are talking about either. But I still am watching them because I'm figuring, well, maybe I might understand some of it eventually, and I sort of do. But I was like, it's really different than what I think about. If you look at my playlist, you'll see them. You'll see some of those videos. You know, they're interesting. Putting it bluntly, I mean, telephone dialing systems are quite fascinating the way that they work. You know.
Guess what? I've just found JoJo again. I'll get her to come here.
Okay. Well, tell her she's welcome to come on here.
I am. But it's hard to do when she's in somebody else's chat. It's like I'm stealing her. So I have to do it in a crafty way.
Just say, JoJo, Michelle would like you to come on her channel. You know, Cat looks content in the picture there.
She's actually getting trolled like hell again. I don't know why she stays there.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know why she would do that.
That girl Charlotte's trolling her.
Oh, Charlotte. Any luck finding Scottish Stacy around here? Or Kirsty for that matter?
JoJo was going to find her, wasn't she?
Right.
They keep calling her wet brain. I don't know what wet brain means. I guess it's out when... Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, I study technology and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I know the majority of my audience doesn't quite have a deep, intimate knowledge of some of the stuff that I study. and I don't always know everything I see on videos either. Um, I wish I
And
do.
Charlotte's a bit brutal looking at her. I mean, I don't know her, but she's being very brutal to JoJo. JoJo's on her way, okay?
Oh, you talking about Charlotte?
Yeah, she's calling her terrible names.
Oh, really?
And she's sitting there taking it. I don't know why.
I mean, first of all, JoJo and Scottish Stacy are both Pisces. They're
No,
not.
it's not Scottish Stacy, it's Charlotte.
Right, I know that. But no,
Oh.
I know. I'm just explaining a little bit background of both the
Oh,
women
okay.
that I would like to get on my channel.
Mhm.
Scottish Stacy is a Pisces. She's very emotional. She gets very, very uptight about things. I think JoJo's kind of similar.
I think
But
JoJo's
to
very laid back.
voluntarily sit there and while someone rips you a new one, I don't think I could even do that very long. And I would
Oh.
just walk away and say, I'm done. You know, I'm not going
Oh,
to sit
yeah.
through this. I'm not going to sit here being yelled at. I wouldn't even
Yeah.
say that. I would just walk out.
Right. That's the best thing to do, Michelle. The best thing to do.
Yeah, I mean,
Hi,
of course, when it's
Cruiser.
your own show, it's kind of hard to walk out.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
did you
you
stream
actually
it? Michelle got mad. Oh, but you're supposed to be
block
on for
people
2
as well.
hours.
Where did Paul go
Yeah.
now?
That cat in the picture that looked like Rusty, the one that was in
Yeah.
the right side looked like my old cat Fluffy, and the other on the left looked like Rusty.
Here's Cruiser's back.
Yeah. Cruiser's back. How you doing again?
Is his real name? Oh, I might as well ask him. Cruiser, is your first name Henry Cruiser? Or
No,
is
it's
this
not. I know what his real name
Oh.
is. But
is that a
unless
stage
he
name?
wants to come out and say what it is, I'm not going to say it.
Oh, he might tell me.
How you doing,
Here's
JoJo?
JoJo.
You want to come on the panel?
Yeah, give her the link. She's just been through shit from what I saw.
Oh, I know. Now, let's get JoJo on here. J-O, yeah. So, yeah, so it's kind of those quiet nights. And
That's nice though, Michelle.
turn the
to
sound
have a
back
quiet
on
night.
here.
Your real name's Nicholas. Nick.
Yeah.
Where'd you get McHenry though?
Yeah, we're just coming up with Henry Cruiser.
There's a vacuum cleaner called a Henry, isn't there? McHenry. Or a Henry.
Yeah, it's a
McHenry.
British vacuum cleaner, right?
Yeah. Called a Henry.
Or Nick for short, yeah.
Nick.
He's a Libra. He's the same sign as Krista. They're both Libras.
Oh.
Okay, JoJo, how you doing?
Hello. Hiya. How you doing?
Yeah. I just witnessed some of that. If I wasn't in such a rush and live over here with Michelle,
Yeah.
I would have said something. What the hell is she going on at you for? It's night after night.
What are you talking about? That Charlotte?
Yeah.
She's been really horrible to me.
Oh, darling, don't get upset.
No, but she'll take this and she'll laugh about it, and I don't want to go.
All right, Jojo. You know what? It's Mark should be telling her. You've been fucking
Yeah, but
loyal
he
to Mark.
doesn't, Tiger. He doesn't. And she's gonna laugh about this now.
No,
and I'm
she's not.
sorry.
Don't worry. Hey. She ain't gonna laugh. She's gonna look like a bitch. She's not gonna
Yeah,
laugh.
but she's been doing it for ages. And
She has. You're
nobody
right. I
calls
noticed.
her up.
I noticed just today.
Okay,
and I
I
thought,
get it now. McHenry Cruiser. Okay, so it was a street you used to hang out on to basically go looking at girls. Okay, I get it now.
you know what, Jojo? It's a safe place.
Yeah,
over
but this
here.
is going to be me now being a victim, and they're going to use that against me. Like that Dimebag Darlene, she's going to use it. They're all going to use it against me.
No, they're not. Okay, calm down. Now listen, you got a safe place here now. Red's not here anymore.
All right.
Okay, this is a safe place. Michelle's live every
Oh.
morning, every Wednesday night, and every Saturday night. So there's a safe place.
Okay.
for you.
Morning shows
As far
are
as
probably the
Mark's
safest of the shows. The night
Sorry,
shows
Michelle,
can
to
get
bring
kind
it.
of
Sorry,
wild.
sorry.
Don't worry. As far as Mark's concerned, I'm gonna email him tonight. He does
Yeah.
listen to me a little bit, Jojo. He, honest to God, he
I
does.
know, I know. I'm so embarrassed. I've only
No,
cried about 4 times
don't.
in 2 years.
Don't worry. I will
You know,
email Mark
I
tonight.
got a great question. I never asked this because maybe the people that have this birth, there's their birthday signs. I don't know if they ever noticed it. For example, Tiger Kitty, you're a Gemini.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to be a Gemini?
I don't know because I don't know what it feels like to be another star sign. So it just feels like me.
I'm sorry about this.
No,
I'm so
Jojo,
sorry. This
don't
is
worry.
No, it's a disappointment to me that I'm crying. It's a total disappointment because that's what they love. They love it.
Jojo, listen. Dabs just wrote Charlotte is an old biggie.
Who did?
Dabs, he's in the side chat here. Stop.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, she is toxic. She's a
She's
horrible,
English, isn't
horrible
she?
Charlotte,
person.
I believe, is an old, unhappy. I think, was she a Libra? Is she a Libra? No, can't be. No, I don't think she's a Libra. Is she? I think she's a Scorpio. Oh God.
I'm really sorry about this. She's
Don't
going to
worry.
use this against me so
No,
much.
she's not. She's not. Okay, she's not.
She will do,
Things will get
Tiger and
through it.
Mark. I've been known Mark for 3 years.
I know.
She
You
comes
were
and-
the only one that went back there while everyone went. So don't worry. I'm going to have words with Mark tonight.
Oh, Tiger, sorry.
Don't say sorry, and it's okay. You know, I don't know why she's got her finger claws in you at the moment, though.
Yeah, a lot of them have over there. There's a
Why are you
lot of
going
trolls
over
over there
there?
at the moment. They keep just like, you know, Tiger me. I can troll back, but not today. I don't know.
Well, it's going to get anyone down if it's day after day after day. So just don't go over there, okay? Mark's being an asshole, and that's why he's losing subs because of the way he treats people that are loyal to him. You know, he's
another person to help me get me finger out of me.
You know, it's funny
Jojo.
because
Circles back.
people have said the same thing about my channel. They keep saying as I keep losing subs because of the way I treat my loyal subs. I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't try to treat my subs
I'm so
badly.
embarrassed. I'll tell you what, though. I'm sorry about this. I'm so embarrassed. I'll just cry
Don't be
again.
embarrassed. That's fine to be upset. And like I say, I don't know why Charlotte's got it in for you. She calls you wet brain. I guess that's because you drink. But I mean, I drink. Does Charlotte not drink?
No, I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
I don't understand why
Some
Charlotte
does,
has
but I
to.
don't know if she drinks.
I don't know why Charlotte has to act like that. Personally, I never got into that.
I mean, I
Weird. I find her weird.
It's day
Sorry.
after day now with you. That every time I've got in there to try and find you, Jojo, she's picking on you.
Yeah,
I know, but then she's going to say, because she always calls me a victim and I cry, and now I've just bloody cried, haven't I?
No, you're not a victim. It's called.
Hey,
being a
Mechanic
human
Cruiser,
being.
why don't you come on the panel? We all know what you sound like.
Of course I'm
You
not
know,
a
I've been
victim,
on
you
your
know
show
that,
a few times.
Tiger.
You've been on my
Tiger,
show a
you
few
know
times in the
me.
past.
Yeah.
I'd love to have you on now. Just kind of help liven up things.
Cruiser
so we
won't
can-
come up because he can't because of his best friend.
I'm so embarrassed now. I'm really sorry, Michelle, for crying. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, Jojo. Honestly,
I am. I'm really cringed off
everyone
at
has a
myself.
breaking point. You've got a breaking point, just like everybody else. And you know what? If everyone was bullying Charlotte, she'd have a breaking point. It's natural. Don't worry.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I don't never want to speak to that woman ever again.
Are they all bullying you over there, or just her?
Yeah, it was Dr. Now.
well, if it's in the
Darlene.
constellations, it's probably likely that Charlotte will never come back to this channel again.
There you go.
No, I'm not going to be a victim about it, but they're all trying to. Normally I can handle it, Tiger. I can troll back, Michelle. You know what I mean? But not at the moment, you know. Anyway, Let's stop talking about me.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Bugger
you
it.
lot.
Welcome back, Paul. Did you get your finger out your bum?
Yeah, I got my bum squeaky clean. It turns out it was a bum plug, not my finger.
Love it. Love it. I think
Yeah.
that she's probably listening in, by the way. She's
All
probably
right,
jealous
don't worry.
I'm back over her.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hi, Charlotte.
Here we have a morning show, a night show, and there's no one is here.
I know. Everyone's
So
saying have a night show,
disappointed.
Michelle. You have a night show. Have it. Do what people say, and then they don't even show up.
Well, I know Wednesdays usually suck anyway. That's why we're playing World of Warcraft on Wednesdays. Because
Are you
Wednesday
missing
night
it?
shows suck. The Saturday night show do okay. The Friday nights did okay. But what Ed you want now, Ed?
Oh, for God's
Hold on a minute. Let me see what he wants now.
No,
Now what?
no.
I just want to tell you, I don't know what you did, but this 8-track deck works really good. It works really good. You must have did some work on it.
Show my head itches. Come scratch it for
On
me.
what?
8-track deck.
I haven't touched the 8-track deck since I put it in storage yet.
Well, it works real good. I don't know. It works better than it did before.
Well, I didn't even clean the heads on it. Alright, so anyways, he was just telling me the 8-track was working fine. I said, well, I didn't even clean it. I didn't even touch it. I just put it in storage. Yeah, so like I said, so Friday night show did better than Saturday night. Saturday nights used to do good, then they started to suck. Wednesdays kind of sucked anyway. So that's the reason why I usually just do the Saturday. That's why we turned this into the World of Warcraft night. But then Paul and Skynet said, why don't you just do a regular night show today? So I put a poll out if you want to see both on YouTube and Twitch, and 63% of people said yes. So I put it on YouTube and Twitch, and like, I don't have a lot of viewers on it.
Michelle, you've had quite a few. They've been in and gone again. You know, people are doing the rounds.
That's what happens, like, yeah, exactly, Tiger. Sorry, Tiger. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've had a few phone calls. I mean,
I'm glad you got phone calls. At least that's good. It's like a start, right?
Yeah, that's positive.
That's a start. Get the show active again.
and you've been nice that you've been able to bring JoJo here. She's got a nice little
I
plate
got the
spot
show
here on the
back
panel.
now. That's awesome.
Well, do you know what? I'm still overwhelmed that you welcomed me back so graciously, and
Thank you.
not that I did anything wrong, but and I'm sorry I've just blubbered. I've let myself down, basically. But anyway, enough about me.
Sometimes you gotta get a little bit of a good cry out, you know, JoJo?
Thank you, my
Good
man.
for
Well,
the,
let me
good
ask
for
you a
the
question,
soul.
Jojo.
Good
Why
for the
would you
soul.
want to sit on a panel when someone's trying to rip you a new one? I don't understand that.
No, it's been in a side chat for about 5 days, Michelle. I mean, I can always email you privately and let you know, but I'm not going to say it out loud on here because I'll get called a victim
Alright,
and a
that's fine.
blubber.
You got my email,
And
right?
I just cried, so they can.
But no, Michelle's
they can
right.
rip
Why
me
would you
apart.
sit there anyway and let somebody
Alright,
do
I'm putting on my email address
Just
now
go,
in case you don't
leave.
have it. So,
Thank you. I will email you, Michelle, definitely. Sorry, Apollo. That's Apollo. Oh my God. Hang on. Let me move.
Uh-oh. Someone over?
It's a good guard dog.
I mean, if I had someone trying to do that to me, I wouldn't even bother be there. I would just walk away. Go, I'm not being part of that.
Well, I'd say I'd say something back, but then I'd leave.
I like to fight with people.
Depends what you're
Not
fighting
on a regular
about.
basis, but you know, if someone's
Well,
coming
don't forget,
along,
don't
kicking
forget,
up some
Paul.
dust,
Don't forget, Paul. You're a guy anyway. Guys, for most cases, because Mr. T like to kind of get confrontational to a point. I mean, Taurus
To a
is a
point.
very loyal sign. Taurus will fight for what they believe in. Male and female Taurus will do that.
Yep.
Um,
I pity the fool.
but
Sorry, I just had to let Apollo out the back door. Sorry about that. guys.
It's quite all right.
Oh, thank you guys.
Someone come
You're
over?
right. You are
Jojo?
amazing.
Like,
You're
did you
amazing.
see a cat? What was he barking at?
Oh no, he just went out for a whittle, but we got blimmin' 6 cats in it. Oh, I ain't even mentioned a
Incoming.
word because he just.
Go ahead, call
Whoa,
it
that's a
here.
lot.
Phone call.
Go ahead, caller.
Roll call.
Hold on. I'm confused.
Can't hear him.
Caller's not saying anything.
All right. Let's clear the line, Michelle. Maybe they'll call back if they have bad connection. Keep that line clear.
Dabs just said Paul versus Andrew the other day was pretty entertaining. Now that
Oh, yeah, that was a
wasn't.
while back. We're playing nice right now, yeah. But, you know.
Well, don't
That was
forget
good,
Virgo
yeah.
guys can also basically argue with the best of them too. So Virgo women can also, but they usually kind of like to say that they're constantly right, and then they have to expect the other person to prove that they're not. And for the most part, it's kind of a waste of time because a Virgo woman will pretty much cover every base, and so will the Virgo guy. And so the other guy usually has like no way to win an argument. So I would just say if the Virgo says the sky is blue below 6,000 feet, I believe it. Okay, because the color of the scattering of light, because of Rayleigh effector. The Virgos and intellectuals, and they will dig in, research. Aquarius isn't that much different. If you ask us for the right information, we may seem like a space case, but most of the cases are pretty knowledgeable while we're studying. How you doing, Crystal?
Yeah,
Crystal's got
I'm
a very
surrounded by
sexy
Virgos.
picture.
That's my moon. Yeah. Oh.
That stockings. Crystal's got a picture of her in stockings. Woo.
It's kind of hard to see in a picture because they're so small.
Stockings.
Black and white stockings. Blow it up, Michelle. That's what I do.
Hey, you know what, Michelle? I wondered, did he ever fix that ability to go to people's pages?
Yes, I can because I'm a mod. I can go to say Crystal's.
Yeah, I think they did. I don't know. Last time I tried it in live stream, I got into a pile of headaches. But they have it now where you can go to the physical channel of people in your chat.
Yeah, I can.
They took that feature out, and then by popular demand, they put it back in. Because the moderators and things like me pointed out to YouTubers, that's a feature that helps us with troll control to determine if the person is who they say they really are.
Yeah, it used to be like normal click to channel, didn't it? But then if you're a mod, you can do it. But yeah, it's
do you remember back in the day, you used to be able to message people?
Yes.
Yeah.
You used to be able to send people private messages.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Rusty's here. Big Cat's here. The other Taurus in the house is here. Hold on a second.
Like I said, Michelle, I remember telling you, surrounded by Virgos, and my moon is Virgo as well. I remember you did me a reading about a year ago. And it was
get
like
the kitty
so
on
spot
here.
on.
There you go. Get Rusty Cat on here.
It's got an RV as well.
What's that, Tiger?
Street Survival. He's got an RV.
Boink. He's saying hello to everybody.
Cool. I just looked at him.
As best he can,
cool.
anyway.
Yeah, my friend Stella Van Travel, she put an RV.
Giving everybody virtual headbutts. You shed hair. Oh, yeah. You shed hair.
Oh, wicked.
Oh, wicked. Harper's Ferry. Harper's Ferry in Virginia.
Oh,
some
wicked.
sort of natural park or something. Some sort of...
He's giving a happy purr. Mr. Cat, would you like to tell the world how you really feel? Want to come over there and purr to the audience? Nah, maybe not. No, maybe you will. He usually shoves his face in the microphone sooner or later. There we go. No, okay. Microphone's right here.
Michelle, maybe laugh. I'll miss you, Michelle.
Big Cat. Over here.
You know, what I've decided now, really, because I've cried 4 times on panel in 2 years, but I'm going to embrace it now.
Alright, get
What
down,
anyone
Rusty.
says at me, I'm going, well, yeah, I've cried, so what? What are you going to do about it? Innit? Do you reckon?
Oi, Street. Don't, excuse me. Do you know Street Survival, Jojo?
Street
I
survival,
know
no, I
Streets
don't.
very well. He's my bestie.
He just
He's
said
my snaky
bestie, yeah.
bestie.
So, okay, I thought he was being funny.
No, he's great. He's great.
Yeah. Anyway, Kitty Cat, Rusty, yep, he's here. So anyways, on living room, so I can finally start organizing the kitchen a bit.
What are you gonna do? Organize your cupboards.
Well, maybe it would be nice to try to sort the kitchen table a little bit because it's getting kind of messy over there.
That'd be good. Yeah,
You might want to.
I think like that. Yeah.
You might want to start hoarding some cat food, Michelle. I'm not joking, but there's going to be shortages. There's going to be shortages.
Yeah, you're probably right. You are right there.
I already picked up a whole nother bag of cat food. Yeah, there already is shortages in canned food. Dry food doesn't seem to be quite that short yet. Plus, Rusty can eat table scraps too. He's not afraid to eat chicken scraps and things like that. Although he mostly eats canned food or dry food, but he will eat fresh chicken scraps. Although that was really more Fame's thing. Fame was more the table scrap cat.
I thought you said morphine then. Oh, Tiger, I love you so much. You're like gold, liquid gold to me.
I'm glad you're back. I'm so glad you're back. Just feed
darling.
Rusty Ed when he dies, John said.
Yeah, that won't be long
What? Oh,
for Ed to die.
Rusty is about as heavy as a cinder block. He's a beast. They ever try to pick him up. He takes 2 arms to pick him up because he's so heavy.
I'd pick him up by his scruff.
He's like 35 pounds.
I'll just pick him up by his scruff. One hand. Like a bowling ball.
I wouldn't want to do that to my cat. It probably would rip his skin. I'm serious. I wouldn't do that with Rusty. He's not a kid anyway.
No, he's got thick skin, Michelle. He's a big boy. He can handle it. He's a big boy.
Yeah, well, maybe he's a big boy, but I wouldn't want someone to pick me up by my scruff or my neck.
I'd pick him up by his tail, Michelle.
Oh, Michelle.
Swing him around.
No, that would be really bad because that's where his tailbone is. That's where his coccyx is. It's full of nerves,
I didn't tell you,
muscles.
Michelle. I didn't say anything about touching his cock. I said I was going to pick him up by his tail. Anything about touching his cock, Michelle?
Rusty is very successful as a mice catcher. He catches them. He catches mice, he kills them. We keep finding a few mice around here all the time. I don't know where they came from.
Henry in the chat.
Unlike you see in Tom and Jerry cartoons, Jerry does not win with Rusty around. Nope. Tom the cat, if it was Rusty, that cat would have a very successful rap sheet of killing mice.
Cruiser daren't come up on panel because Red Foreman's told him he's not allowed.
Oh, come on. Well, he told me I was not allowed, but I'm back. McHenry Cruiser, you know exactly
Red
about
Foreman's
it.
not here anymore. Because Red Foreman started acting really...
about what Earth says. So,
Red Foreman started acting really weird, talking about cannibalism and eating people, and I said that was just too gross, and I kicked him off. I said, nope, I'm not tolerating that crap. Nope.
Come on, Henry.
John said move him into your place.
I don't know if a Libra and a Taurus would be good roommates. Although in one sense, I think, given the fact that McHenry Cruiser lives with his parents, I don't know how his mom and dad would feel about Ed being in there.
Good point.
But I mean, I don't know.
Oh, Mrs. Schizophrenic Rockstar, get your ass up here because I've got something to say to you about a certain person that's really pissed us both off. No, I won't do it on Michelle's channel. God, my lighter's run out, Tiger.
I don't think it's gonna. I don't know when that's gonna happen, McHenry. I don't know when Ed's gonna finally kick the bucket. I don't know when he's gonna finally. I don't know that.
How old is Ed, Michelle?
He's a
64.
63-year-old in an 80-year-old's body.
64.
64-year-old in an 80-year-old's body.
You're
Excuse
kidding
me.
me. I thought he was older than that.
Yeah, we should start a
Ugh.
death pool on your channel, Michelle.
So, like,
Yeah.
he's like 11 years older than me. Look at the state of him.
We should start a
Well,
death pool.
unfortunately, he hasn't really kept up with his care. So unfortunately, it kind of affected his well-being a bit, which is kind of sad.
I'd put me on it because of my kidneys. I'd put Ed on it.
Oh, Toggy, you look bloody fantastic, no matter what you do.
It's your insides. I don't know who else we could put
Well,
on
I
there.
don't care. It's inappropriate. So
She doesn't want to do it.
I don't want that kind of talk here. It's it's
Michelle,
not
we're
appropriate.
joking. It's a joke. Chill out.
I'm not kidding. He's gonna die soon, Michelle.
I have no idea on that topic. But Red is still on my Discord or still on my Twitter account, but he's not a mod anymore.
On Twitch, you mean?
Yeah, Twitch.
He never was on your Discord.
Because you don't have to tell me the obvious. Thank you very much. I know that.
Here, I'll show you guys some of the autism. Check this shit out. Bam, bam.
Oh well. Sooner or later, it's situation's gonna change. I don't know.
What are you showing us, Paul?
Oh, nothing. I gotta get it loaded up.
Okay.
He's getting it loaded.
Getting
Oh my
loaded
God.
on a Wednesday night.
Loaded and ready, baby.
Speaking, it looks like are you driving a driving game?
It's going out for a
he's
ride,
using it as a
Michelle. It's going on a
background,
ride, cruising the streets.
There's a
I'm
truck
McHenry
there.
cruising. It's McHenry cruising.
Well, in reality, isn't it kind of hard to actually be sure you're going in the right direction, or is there somebody virtually on the other side driving your chair?
You are going backwards.
While
I've
you
got
and the
my
camera
autonomous
sitting
car,
on the
Michelle.
platform.
My car's autonomous. It drives itself. It's a
Autonomous.
Tesla.
That's a good word, that.
Yeah. It's a Tesla. You got autopilot.
Yeah, I know. I know he needs better care than I can give him. That I know. Anyway, but so right now the problem is I'm stuck with a problem. I can't do it right now, and it is emotionally and psychologically exhausting.
Oh,
You know,
I bet.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
have to be honest.
Bet.
It will take me weeks once he, if he ever does move on, it's going to take me weeks to get back to recharged enough to be able to deal with everything I have to deal with because it's just so much work.
The autism. Boom, boom, boom. Look at it go.
What is
The
that?
autism fly.
Oh my God.
Look at the autism fly. Look at
That's
it.
red in the side chat there, Mojo. Can you see?
Look at it go.
I can't quite see it. I can see it in Michelle's little
Yeah.
picture, but I can't see all of it.
That's bad.
What's
He's
he
just
saying?
He's just spamming.
Spam. Sit there and put like 50 messages in a row.
Well, he's obviously got like a vendetta, against things. That's all I'm gonna say.
Or a mental problem.
Fucking weird, yeah. I don't know.
Well, we
Autism.
suggested that Ed get some professional assistance, but he doesn't seem to want to do it.
I think he needs professional help.
Well, it was my fault to put my black eyes on, but he kept using it. So yeah, he needs professional help.
Well, you should just laugh at it when you see that, I don't
By the way, who here?
Oh no, don't get me wrong, Tiger, I did. Like, but it's just a bit much sometimes. That's why I've just. Shh.
Who here's still watching the gameplay?
That's
And,
why I just cried a minute ago, and I feel embarrassed now because it's going to be used against me. But I don't care anymore.
It won't
I really
be used
don't.
against you. It's called being a
sometimes you should
human
watch
being.
me play with me when I play American Truck Simulator. I'm getting better at it.
You are very good.
Hey,
oh, Jojo, have you
nice
seen
one.
Michelle play that?
Oh no, I've been into a couple of your games, Michelle, when I was up late, and they look really, really cool.
She's driving
Yeah.
trucks
So-
now.
Driving a
Oh,
big lorry,
blimey.
yeah. First
That's
time I did
amazing.
it, I basically kept crashing and
Trucker.
everything. 'Cause I couldn't manage to figure out how to get down.
Trucker.
The
I think
controller,
I did type once in there, but you were so into the game, I thought, no, I'm not going to put her off. I'm not going to put her off.
and then Ed yells, Michelle, I need XYZ! All of a sudden I'm like, hold on! All of a sudden, smash. No, shit. I just basically trashed my truck again.
I bet you're an expert, really. Come on, Michelle.
Yeah.
Let's get real.
She's very good. She does kill a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
got
people.
better
though.
at it. Hey, like Krista said, I noticed that even in real life, you tend to drive the shopping carts a little bit better and staying in the lane more. I said, yeah. She said you used to like weave back and forth. I said, true. She says, I noticed that even in real life, you try to walk more of a straight line.
That's always a good
Yes.
thing.
Well,
Walk the line.
of course, real life's a lot easier because you're not dealing with these little jobbies over here. We're trying to figure out how to do this little cursor right here. This is my steering wheel. Then sometimes
Yeah,
John
ready to go,
Hayden.
baby.
this is
Yeah, Paul,
What?
your
yes.
mate's been sending me romantic messages.
What one? Who, Heyman?
John
Yeah.
Heyman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
Do you want
sweetheart.
me to? I'll
He-
read some out.
Oh,
He's
God.
a sweetheart. What can I
Thinking
say?
you probably get
He's,
about 1 billion a day, for God's sake.
he's a sweetheart.
Here's some of them. You've
Yeah,
been
okay.
farting. Can I fart in your mouth?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What you wearing?
Yeah.
What's your bra size?
Okay.
Can you take a nap with me?
Yeah, so
What size
anyway.
bra are you? What colour panties are you wearing?
Yeah, he sends me those same messages. What's your point? I get those too. What do you mean? Which one?
Yeah, but Tiger gets them for about 1 billion blokes a day, probably.
You
I
answer
don't,
him
I
back
do
though
not.
is the important question, Tiger.
I answered him.
Well, no,
Okay,
Right,
I'm just
okay,
making
I'll
sure.
tell
Like,
you what my
can't-
answers are.
No, you don't.
Okay.
I mean, you don't need to share your answers by any means. But I'm just making sure, as long as you answer them back, that's all. You know,
Oh, I
as long
definitely
as you're not just leaving them
answered
hanging there. You know,
Oh no.
that's nice. Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
no, take it, Tiger, that's a compliment. You are beautiful.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
What are you wearing? I put my granny's knickers. He put that's hot. And I said, and a hairnet.
It is hot. Like, ain't no fucking shedding going on there. Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put that hair up, girl. That is sexy. Fucking give me a blowjob and make me a sandwich. I ain't got to worry about no hair nowhere. Fuck yeah. Right.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm getting turned on. I'm gonna have to get out of here, guys. Jesus Christ.
Well, anyway,
Yeah, I'm getting ready for bed anyway, Michelle.
I'd like to see more people come on the morning show. We have one tomorrow in the morning, normal
I
time.
bet Jojo will probably be there.
That works out okay for the UK audience because that's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock your time. Starting next month, or next, starting in, I think this year actually, we're in summertime right now. And, so we are not going to go back into winter time because that passed. There is not going to be no longer a winter time in the U.S. They're going to
We're
remain
not
in
having a
summertime.
winter.
Really?
What?
So no more
now.
setting the clocks back an hour in November.
Oh, I know.
Whoa.
Which means, just like I would say anyway, is check your local listings for time. When the 7 o'clock U.S. time is, Eastern time, when it would be on your country. Because everything
Okay.
will be Eastern Daylight Time, except for states that insist of still being in Standard Time.
Yes, John, he signed that bill apparently, according to Michelle.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So no more
That's
setting the
interesting.
clocks forward or back. Great.
I wonder if it would have been better if they just left everything in winter time and said screw summertime.
Well, what was I say? Like, I don't know when you left England, Tiger. Well, you never left, have you? You're here still. But
About 15 years ago.
the government, well, people were partitioning because kids had to keep walking back in the dark. Sometimes at like college, school, and they tried to change it, but I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? Very weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole idea of the summertime, wintertime thing just confuses everybody. March and November for the U.S. They're so stupid. I think, it sucks anyway. Why don't they just leave everything standard time and just say, get used to it?
Yeah, but then you got your time zones as well. Like obviously, Australia, like Tiger, we know Vinny, don't we? He's about 10 hours ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably about a day ahead of you. I was looking for you in there earlier on. I was like, where's Tiger?
I think you're talking about, what's his name there? Vinny G.
Vinny G. Yeah.
Vinny G.
Yeah, he had his big crocodile Dundee hat on earlier on.
Yeah, I saw he was dressed up like a fool. What was he doing?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what he's like, Tiger. You've known him. I've known him nearly 4 years, but you've known him a lot longer.
No, no, it was the ending of the winter time that was passed by the Senate and the House. So there no longer will be winter time. Winter time is over. There is no longer.
Well, still going to be winter time, but it's not. You're just not going to change the clocks.
Here's the nasty thing for me. That means the next convocation is going to have to be at 6 p.m. my time in December 21st. Yeah.
Oh, that's the winter equinox, yeah?
Because it still has to be at 0 hours universal coordinated time.
Oh.
What do you mean, Michelle? You saying that they're going to change all the time clocks? Not time zone, obviously, because you can never change that, obviously, because you're on a
So
planet.
all times will continue to remain in summertime. Russia did the same thing. They got rid of the Russia winter times for the same reason. But snow will still snow. Obviously, it's not going to change snow. What the bears is, it means you can go home, it's still going to be light outside, so you'll still be able to see the hell you're going. It'll get dark at 5 o'clock instead of 4 o'clock in the winter time.
The new spectrum I get.
But everybody's going to be getting up. Everybody's going to be getting up. It's going to be pitch black. Kids are going to be going to school anywhere. At the normal time, it'll still be dark in the morning.
What, for the whole world? Or you talking about America?
Just about America. Unless some states that decide to keep with standard time. Which includes Arizona.
All right, Michelle, I'm going to hit the sack.
Yeah, same here, my love.
Yeah, all right.
So I'll see you in the morning.
Jojo, Michelle will be live in the morning at 10 o'clock her this time.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be 3 o'clock my time. I'll be here. I will be here. Okay.
All right,
I love
catch
you,
you later, Michelle.
Yeah.
See you, Jojo. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye, Michelle. Thank you for having me back up. I'm sorry I got upset.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
see you in
really
the
sorry
morning
about
show.
that.
This will be your
Yeah,
afternoon show.
definitely. I'll be here, my love. I'll be here. Love you.
All
Bye bye.
right, love you too. Hope you come back again. And yeah, it's just political wrangling, but honestly, daylight savings time, as we call it here in America, is kind of a political hack anyway. It's not like it's just a stupid system that has perpetuated. It did exist, then it was abolished, then it was reintroduced. And that's where we stuck with it since after World War One, and it's been changed a few times, but everybody rightfully keeps asking why in the hell do we still have it. It doesn't do any good for anybody. It just confuses the hell out of everybody. You know, people forget to set the clocks back at Sunday at 2 in the morning, and then they go, oh! You know, and then they oversleep because they think everything's still in daylight time. And they're like, oh shit, I forgot to set the clock back an hour. And then they're late for work. And just like the Bengals saying, even if I had an airplane, I still couldn't make it on time. Of course not, because you're an hour late, because you basically overslept, because you forgot to set your alarm clock back an hour. That was a stupid idea, that was. The only thing good about that was it kept people give a chance to go check the clocks against the National Bureau of Standards and make sure your time was accurate. Well, now you're going to have an hour gain permanently. But that means that the morning's going to be darker in the wintertime. Yeah, I know. Wintertime, you lose that hour. And that affects the kids' educational abilities pretty bad, too. But anyway, that's politics for you. They don't think like us. Politicians are just basically a bunch of lawyers that basically don't really have common sense. They don't understand the real world the way the real world thinks. But oh well. Maybe if the politicians are smart, instead of trying to come up with a whole new 240 volt electric outlet for any kind of 240 service in the U.S., they can adopt one that already exists. That way, you don't have to redesign a whole new outlet and then expect China to start making plugs for this country. They would have them. The British BS 1363A plug has been in existence in the UK since 1947 and is a highly respected track record for being a safe plug outlet design. Oh, I didn't talk about the other safety features on the BS 1363A. BS 1363 doesn't have it, but the BS 1363 does. You see these black parts here? That's plastic insulators. Okay? So, the BS 1363, however, just like this earth pin was solid metal all the way through. So if you plugged in the BS 1363A or BS 1363 plug-in, you could still get a nasty zip if you manage to get your finger underneath there. But given the nature of the plug shape and size, that's not likely going to happen. But the other reason is if something metal falls between the plug and pins, it won't short. So that's another thing. And of course, when the on-off switch as another safety feature available with these plugs. And the fuse also helps too. Fuse protects you, and great system. So it's even at 120 volt, that plug still works fine because we're using it at 120 right now. I plan to get a few more. Because not so much to befuddle, people like Ed, but because of the electrical safety of the plugs. And Yeah. Well, guys, it's getting late. I'm gonna be honest. It is running later than usual, and we're down to 2 people, 3 people maybe. So I think it means it's time to get ready to see you guys tomorrow morning. I thank you for coming to the night show. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. is the normal morning show. Don't forget that Friday we have a normal morning show. It's going to end around 12-ish because I got to get my hair done. So that's Friday. So I'm going to try to get to the hair. I'm going to try to get to the bed tomorrow afternoon and take out the hair money so I can get my hair done. And that's what we'll do. But for now, I'll see everybody tomorrow, 10 a.m. And I hope you all have a nice night. Okay? Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, guys. And we end the show, and let's get going. So, sorry about that.